What's up? Nambe, sir.
Welcome back to another episode
With your host,
the
Joshy the Josh.
The Nambe sirs.
What's up, sir?
Not much. How's everyone doing tonight?
I'm doing fine. Happy Valentine's Day.
Happy Valentine's Day.
I'm glad I could spend it with the two loveliest boys, including myself. So the three lovely boys. Yeah.
In celebration, I brought Josh and Tito apple pies.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, thank you for that.
McDonald's, and I got myself a sausage burrito.
And we gave
I
you
love my sausage.
the opportunity to be in this podcast for Valentine's.
He's like, never mind. Give me my fucking
Right, you know
money
what? This
back.
podcast is over.
Thank you for joining us. We'll see you next week.
So yeah, what's up, dude?
No, but how's everyone? I mean, I've already asked that, but aside from it being Valentine's, how was everyone's just week since the last time we hung out? Like,
I just got back.
Pretty good.
I got back from Florida.
Yeah, you just
saw
got back
some
from Florida.
friends.
Yeah.
how was Florida? Like,
I kind of missed it. Real talk. I kind of missed it. I saw a super old friend of mine, Dylan. You kind of heard about him.
Oh yeah, we've all heard about
It was
Dylan.
a trip. Shout out Dylan. It's so weird. I thought I hated Florida, but I went back. Turns out I kind of liked it, and I was like, "Why did I leave?"
yeah,
So-
I mean,
20. I bet you if you moved back to Florida
I'm
within
be
like
like,
3
why am I
days,
here?
within 3 days you'd be like, I missed the
Yeah.
valley.
So I kind of I left with that mentality where I was like, maybe I'm just tripping, but
it's a very like at home feeling for you, I suppose, because you're there, because you really like grew up there, right?
basically it was 50-50.
The Stiffia.
Yeah. Yeah, it was 50-50, but let's never talk about Florida ever again.
Why not?
Nah, I don't know, dude. It's a love-hate relationship.
I mean, like, let's not talk about it like towards you, or
Ever
or like
I'm-
just
never
never talk
again,
about Florida
never.
ever again. Ooh, well, that's cool.
Episode 3, we gotta set down the rules.
All right,
I'm
lay down
fucking
some
with
ground
you.
Laying
rules.
down
For the
the-
rest of the podcast run, never talk about Florida.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
That's
well,
it. That's the only
that's
rule
the
one.
only rule.
Rule one.
Yeah.
First and last rule.
That's cool. Yeah, I mean, it's nice.
What about you, Josh? What have you been up to since our
Honestly,
little mini hiatus?
Nothing. I mean, well,
Nothing?
I'm not exactly lying.
I'm pretty sure you told us something was going to go down last night.
No. I mean, woo, yeah, no, but as far as like just doing things, like
Oh, he went around it.
I mean, I'm pretty sure if I were to talk about that, they'd know, and that'd be weird, and I don't want to talk about that.
What are you gonna do? Send him the link to the podcast
Right.
and be like, "Hey, I talked about it."
Right, go to this time to this time,
Right.
and you'll know. No, I mean, I wouldn't say I didn't do anything. I just kind of did some design work, and that's about it. Yeah.
Can you say for who or?
It was for myself, because like I try to make at least 2 things like every few days.
Yeah, okay.
But I usually hate it.
You are so self-centered.
Like, why?
For yourself, bro.
Like, so what?
I'm fucking with you.
No, I don't like that. No, but yeah, I just try to make like I say 2, but I really mean 1. Like every like week or so, and then I just ended up hating. Like I just end up hating the design. So like I just go back to the drawing board pretty much every week. Like I don't know if you can tell with the like how frequent I release things. Like it's pretty rare. Like not rare, but it's like
Yeah.
every like 3 to 4 months I kind of just don't make anything. It's funny.
Real fast, just completely off topic. Can I just say how nice it is to have a podcast where we have a setup where I can actually make eye contact with you guys
Yo.
when I'm talking to
For
you?
reals.
Because
Yeah.
every single time, also, this is our first video podcast.
What's up? You can see how ugly we are.
Yeah, what's up?
I got a big pimple.
I got boogers. Like this has never happened before a podcast, and then the one time we're on camera, I'm like trying.
Right, he's never had boogers. In his
I've never
life.
had boogers in my life.
even know
I've
what they
never.
were.
I've never even had a nose.
Damn.
Yeah, I got this last week.
Shit,
Nice.
I missed out. I was in Florida.
There was a sale,
Right?
dude.
Yeah.
There was a no
dude?
sale.
You missed a lot, honestly.
Yeah.
Fuck. This is why I hate leaving.
I guess you never know when it's gonna come around.
Fuck.
I'm gonna go die now.
Wait. Hold up. What did you do this whole time?
Yeah.
I spent time with my girlfriend. I did some music stuff, and I'm trying my best to be productive. And I'm like getting work done. I actually found like a really cool place, to actually get some legit work done. I'm like one of the finalists for a video editing position at a company, so that's pretty cool.
Oh, shit.
Liddy.
Yeah, so I'm gonna be I'm gonna have my own apartment finally,
Hard.
just for myself,
Nice.
with my own studio, and you guys are invited to the housewarming party.
Nice.
We can have a podcast there.
We could, yeah. Can we yell at like as loud as we can?
Yeah, actually, it's cool because I'm actually the first person living in the entire subdivision.
Oh, it's a lot of yelling. Yelling is welcome.
Yelling.
Yeah, while I'm the first one there, I'm gonna like just make as much noise as possible.
Just throwing
Fire drum
shit.
set.
I'm just gonna be like just going to town with my studio. Like I'm gonna be just mixing and mastering every single day until neighbors come in.
Dude, yeah.
Hell
Like
yeah.
when I first moved into my current apartment, nobody lived in like the area of like where my apartment was. Like every place was vacant. So like every time I threw parties, like it got to the point where people were trying to like go into those other apartments because they were empty. But I mean,
Wow.
they were like obviously locked and shit. But like, man, like enjoy that because
Yeah.
like when people start moving in, you have to like notice how annoying you are.
Yeah.
Oh, that's bad.
And it's not. I'm not saying that I'm annoying anymore.
I'm pretty annoying.
But like back in my college days, like fucking partying was a must, and like
Of course.
it was loud and just insane. And I love it.
I'm a really, really, really good neighbor, except for when I'm making music at 3 a.m. and playing like Overwatch and yelling just the worst things you can think of.
Your mom's a hoe.
Worse than the F
Whoever
word.
threw that grenade, your mom's,
Your mom's a
Your
hoe.
mom's a hoe.
Fuck.
Man, I hate that phrase so much.
Your mom's a hoe.
Your mom's a hoe. I'm not saying it like offends me or anything. It's just like
Are you triggered?
I just hear it so much that I just don't like it anymore.
Your cousin says those.
Yeah, that's probably what it is.
I literally never hear it ever aside
Yeah, it's
from
literally just Kyle.
Yeah, it's probably that's what it is. Yeah.
God
Fuck
damn it, Kyle.
So should we talk about potential guests,
Oh yeah.
or do you want to save it for a bit later?
I mean, we could.
We should just-
We could just touch it right now. Yeah, we could just touch it right now. Like get it nice and like
Let us know
nice and exciting.
who's on the roster.
Put the thing
let me
away.
get my
Put the thing back where it came from, so help me.
let me get my notes out. Oh wait, my phone's over there. Yeah. Yeah. So we're gonna potentially get some pretty big guests and the like local artists and whatnot in the valley.
You really had me at Blue Wave.
Yeah, I'm gonna get the owner of Blue Wave in here.
What I'm most excited for is George Lopez.
Yeah, George
It's gonna be
Lopez.
lit with him.
Yeah.
Right, we're getting Dave Chappelle. We're getting
He was in Beverly Hills Chihuahua.
You know, Donald Trump texted me and said he was kind of down,
Donald
but
Trump.
he might have
yeah,
stuff to do.
just whatever stuff.
no,
you
he
know.
doesn't. No, he
Gonna
doesn't.
go
Yeah,
play
bro.
golf.
He doesn't
Yeah.
have a shit to do.
Yeah, he's got golfing, bro. He's a
Alright,
pretty serious
so-
golfer.
I mean, do you want to say it right now? I mean, we can honestly like wait till the end till we say names. You
I
know?
would say for sure, one or two.
One or two.
Yeah, okay.
Okay. I mean, I could tease a few right now.
Yeah.
So next week, hopefully, we'll get in Happy Merch Company.
Right.
If you don't know who they are, it's a group of two girls, and they basically help local businesses and bands like with PR and like it's a platform to help like local businesses thrive.
That's cool.
And they do graphic design, and they're actually really talented. If you don't know who they are, you should give them a follow on Twitter and whatnot, or
sure.
actually on Instagram, because I don't think they have a Twitter yet.
Okay.
But I believe it's just Happy Merch Co. And
Shout out.
Shout out.
Shout
yeah.
out.
Yeah.
And another potential guest we're gonna have is the good boys at In Shades.
Hell yeah.
Hey.
Yeah. I'm excited for that one because I mean they've been friends for a long time, but I don't think I've ever like had them in a professional setting. Like I mean
Right.
this
Yeah.
is not exactly like the like
It's not the most professional.
Yeah, yeah,
Well,
like-
we're definitely trying to
Yeah,
make
yeah,
it
yeah.
professional.
And,
it
it
doesn't seem like it with the
Right.
setup, but
Yeah, yeah.
we're
Usually,
getting
but,
there.
yeah.
But I mean
baby steps.
Yeah, like it would be nice to interview someone that I've known for like years, like just serious. I want to hear what they have to say.
Right.
Like from their point of view, because I mean I've seen them grow, but I want to see how they saw themselves, you know,
Yeah.
as a group.
Absolutely.
Perceptions and shit.
Yeah.
We're still kind of like waiting on Harry Shorts. Turns out one of the members is like out of the state.
Yeah.
They would have been here today, but my voice cracked. They would have been here today. But I'm still waiting on that. But Harry Shorts is gonna be on it. It keeps cracking, right? God, my voice is a
It's
word.
those cough drops, man.
I'm addicted, bro.
You gotta stop eating them.
Nah.
So anyway, this podcast is over.
Right.
Thanks.
That's all we have for tonight, and we love you guys.
We got way more though, so you gotta wait till the end
Yeah,
to hear the
definitely.
rest. It's
I'm actually really excited about a lot of these guests.
Yeah, because like.
I mean, George Lopez is like the best
George,
comedian ever.
like what does he say? Not Nambe, sorry. He doesn't say that.
Hey,
He says something super funny.
Anything
and
Mexican.
I just totally forgot. Like,
you might know you're a redneck. That's him, right?
no, that's not him. What the fuck does he say? He's like, he is Beverly Hills Chihuahua. He is that dog.
Yeah,
Damn.
I know.
Now that I remember, dude, my fucking grandma loves that movie. Like anything with like talking
Why?
animals, like especially dogs, she fucking I don't know.
So like any movie for kids.
I no, just talking animals, and they
yeah,
have
so,
no,
like,
not
any
like
movie.
animated animals. Like they have to be like
shit.
like actual
Like
fucking
Babe?
animal, like
Shit.
Babe and shit like that. Yeah.
She knows that they're not like really talking, right?
I'm pretty sure she knows.
Okay.
I just it's like,
I didn't know that.
right. Oh, now I
yeah.
don't know.
So what they do is they have an animal, and they train it to talk,
They teach you
and
the
then
ABCs.
and then they take out the audio and replace it with
And
voice
they
actors.
kill
Fuck.
it, and they kill the dog.
After.
You know, Babe was actually part of one of, like the world's most BLT sandwich. Like the pig that played Babe was part of like the most expensive BLT sandwich
Why?
because it was a movie. It was in a movie.
I get it. Wait, can you just kill like celebrity animals? Is that a thing?
What name that fucking pig?
I mean, I don't know the name.
Then it's not a celebrity.
Maybe his name was Babe, and they were just like,
Air Bud?
Let's just yeah, he died. They didn't kill him.
That's true.
But he's a dog. That's different.
Dogs
What
are
the hell do you
edible.
mean? It's an animal.
Dogs are edible. But I know, but a pig
Dogs are
is more
edible.
likely to get eaten than a dog.
Let's talk about that.
That's fucked up.
Why are you someone that brought it up?
That's racist, Josh.
No. Now I'm scared.
You too good? You too good to eat dogs or what?
I would not want to eat a dog, I think.
Why not?
They're just so nice.
They're such good boys.
They're such good boys.
So are pigs.
But they
What's about that?
They're,
Let's eat
they're
pigs.
stinky. They can
So
be.
you would eat a stinky animal?
Man, you know what?
So you eat a stinky dog?
This is not about me, okay?
I'm sorry I put you on the
You
spot.
don't have to
like
worry about what I. You have to worry about what I eat, okay?
I ate Taco Bell, right?
Right. That's not any animal. That's fake.
Yeah, that's not a yeah.
That's fake food. I don't know.
Did you see that DTD is having a reunion show?
Yes, I did.
Is it a reunion show or just a show?
It's like a farewell show to like a venue or a house or something like that. And
I'm fucking excited.
What is
honestly, I've been to every single DTD
DTD?
show.
Yeah.
It's a band, hardcore band.
Yeah, determined to defeat, bruh.
that? Can you tell me about them?
They've been around since I don't know, like 2005, 6, 4, 5, 6, somewhere around there. And
minute.
they're super super good, and their music holds up really really well. And they're just a bunch of rad dudes making rad music for rad people.
That's cool.
Yeah, their shows get really rowdy because they're like a huge part of the VTHC scene. Like they're one of the original bands of like the not like the punk scene, because like the punk scene's been around since like forever.
Yeah,
but like
yeah.
the VTHC,
Yeah.
they're one of like the founding bands. So like people make it out.
Okay.
Yeah.
What is VTHC?
Valley Texas Hardcore.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah.
I've actually seen that like around. Okay.
How do you feel about those, like...
The new kid.
I kind of want to throw shade, bro. How do you feel about, like, new kids repping VTHC? Like, they've been in it for, like, ever when they haven't.
I think it's fine to an extent, because I remember when we were first starting off, we were repping VTHC super hard. Like when it was like making like the revival, when it was making the comeback, we were repping it super hard. And I think it was a little more acceptable then because it was like we were trying to revive it. But now it's just kind of like non-existent, I guess.
That's my point. Yeah.
So like, I'm okay with it to an extent. Like if they're like genuinely interested in bringing it back and keeping it alive, then like I don't have an issue with it. But it's like I feel like a lot of the people are.
It's like popularity type shit.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of people rep certain things just because it's the cool thing to do.
100%. That's what like we had like. The way I see it is we saw VTHC as like home from like school and all the shit we didn't want to do.
Yeah.
And I had no idea we were involved in the revival days. It seemed very alive when we were going.
Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying.
And
because VTHC itself, sorry to interrupt, but like VTHC itself has like a lot of like peaks and valleys where like it dies and it comes back and it dies and it comes back.
It was alive for a long time when we were around.
Yeah.
And that's why I didn't see it as a revival. I saw it as like
It was on the come up.
We're in
for
this
sure.
bitch.
Yeah,
So
we in it.
Yeah, and
it definitely started dying out once I went to college. Not like oh
once we left,
yeah,
it
no,
fell apart.
but like once I left, I started hearing less and less and less about it, like compared to when I was in high school.
It was every fucking weekend.
Yeah, and then we had bands like War Threat who were trying to bring it back, and they did really well. Mud Dogs, shout out to Mud Dogs, shout out to War Threat, shout out to Bad News. That was like the one band that I was in that was like, I was actually it's so rare to have a straight edge band in the Valley.
Oh, for real.
So when we made that straight edge band, like people were about it.
Yeah.
They were fucking with us heavy.
Yeah.
So
it's getting hot in here.
Yeah, honestly, like
it's a heated conversation.
Yeah, I'm very nervous right now. No, I just do not know anything about hardcore in the Valley, like at all.
You gonna learn today,
right?
Thanks for your time.
Like, it's not like I'm trying to be mean or anything, saying I'm better or anything.
Yeah.
It's just like it's just a thing that never like crossed my path.
Well,
like, growing up, I guess.
I'm glad we're having this conversation.
Right.
I'm glad we're having it too.
Yeah.
Honestly, you'll learn like a ton about it just from being with us.
Yeah.
Not like we're not gonna like force it on you or anything, but it's definitely something that's been a part of our lives since like we've known each other. So
15, 16 is kind of where it started.
Yeah, because like I hear you guys talking
about
14
actually. Yeah.
You may need to back up off the mic, Tito, because I can kind of hear you like breathing from your nose. Yeah.
Yeah, it's fucked up.
No, that's fine. You were saying?
I forgot.
No, it's just like I constantly, not constantly, but like I hear you guys talk about these like fucking like random bands, and like, and I'm just like, oh, cool, and I'm sitting here thinking like, oh, these are probably like famous bands that you guys heard of, and they're actually like local bands.
Yeah,
they're
famous
down here.
Dude,
yeah,
these were our heroes when we were in high school.
Yeah, because like when you talk about them, you're like very high standards for these like people.
Fallen Empire.
Like,
yeah, that's exactly.
I knew you were about to go to that
because I was gonna say like when Tito said like they were our heroes. Honestly, like my two favorite bands from the Valley, and like to this day, I'll still like say this: DTD, Determined to Defeat, and Fallen Empire are my two favorite fucking bands to ever come out of the Valley.
Damn.
Regulate,
aka Reinforce.
Yeah. I know Reinforce actually.
Yeah. Honestly, Worst Behavior is I'm fucking yeah. Honestly, like they're super good. They're crazy good. Mud Dogs is hella good
I kind
too.
of like haven't checked out any new local bands.
Yeah, because like
in a minute,
I'm pretty like
just because I don't go to shows.
Yeah, like because like I'm pretty familiar with like
The names.
hardcore now.
Yeah.
But like when you talk about old bands, I'm just like I have no fucking clue.
Honestly,
you know what I mean?
like in my opinion, nothing can really touch like the old bands. Like the old bands, like it's just because like there was just so much like raw fucking energy back then that it was like.
Plus we were kids, and it was even better.
Because we told these stories about how crazy like we were just like the worst people.
Yeah.
So we didn't really care, and that's how like everyone was. Like they weren't like bad people, but like we just didn't give a shit.
It was the time to be alive. It was the bee's knees, man.
Okay,
it was the cat's pajamas.
Saying that, do you think it's because you were young and this was just like your teenage feelings?
Not at all. There was actually a lot of
huge difference.
There was actually a lot of old people.
Okay.
We if anything, we were the youngest.
We were the babies of the group, to be honest.
No, okay, I get you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's not an age thing. It's not because I mean, if those bands from back then were still throwing shows today, I'd be like a 16-year-old kid in the pit.
I honestly would be going to every single show.
If you're in my site and I'm watching fucking any of those bands, I'm murking you, bro.
Walk the Graves or fucking Trust in Blood, I would destroy
You're leaving
everyone.
in a fucking stretcher to the hospital.
Yeah.
100%.
Oh, that's That's a real threat, guys. I wouldn't go to a show.
There would be
It's a
fucking
threat.
trash cans flying,
Oh
even
my
when you're
God.
gone in the
Shout out to
ambulance.
Chris.
Shit, dude.
That's my my old bassist from Shark Tooth. He used to love throwing trash cans in the fucking pit.
Dude, Florida
I
hardcore
love
scene
you, Chris.
skipped the trash cans and went straight for metal bar stools.
Right, straight murdering.
I saw concussions on deck sometimes. It was crazy.
Shout out to Murder Death Kill.
Holy shit!
We-
dude.
we talked about this in the-
it, so
in the
we can't. Yeah, first or second,
Second podcast.
but
Yeah.
those you'll never compare today's.
Yeah. So whenever like I feel like a lot of the newer shows are very like tame,
controlled. I was gonna say controlled almost. Yeah,
and it sounds kind of
it sounds like we're kind of like making him sound softer, but it's just a reality that you can't compare.
Like they're more of a like they're
All right,
they're
listen,
much
listen,
more-
listen. At least 50% of the shows would get shut down by like cops showing up back then. We would go to. Remember, even the ones that we played, the cops showed up and shit.
yeah.
Like it's just different. It was a lot of shit was like allowed back then, which was like the norm.
Yeah.
That through the years people started like finding problems with and stuff, and they adjusted to it. But which doesn't make it a bad thing. It's not like we're saying like, oh, y'all are soft.
Right,
This
everybody needs to go to jail.
no,
to throw a
yeah,
show.
no. That's not what I'm
Yeah,
saying. I'm
yeah.
just that's how it was back then. And it was, I guess that's why we fucking glorified that much. It was just such a
Yeah.
crazy thing to be a part of at
It was
such a young
it
age.
was, like, so
I would just say
different, yeah.
I feel like nowadays it seems like more of like, and this isn't like a bad thing, right? It's more of a safe space now,
Yeah.
and that's not a bad thing at all, because like a lot of people need a place where they can feel at home, like where where they're safe. So it's not like that's a bad thing, but I do feel like it sort of takes the rowdiness of hardcore, which is like inherent in hardcore punk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Look
culture.
at any hardcore music video. It's
And it
fucking
kinda-
violence in your face.
It doesn't drag it down, but it takes a lot of the energy out of it.
Yeah.
And it's not that it's necessarily bad, because I mean people still have fun, obviously. Otherwise, there wouldn't be any hardcore shows
Yeah,
ever.
yeah.
But I feel like maybe
Give it a
just gotta-
shot.
Yeah, just kind of like let
Slowly.
loose a little bit. It's
Let
not,
some blood hit the dance floor.
because back then it wasn't. It was like back then it was like people lost teeth, people busted their lips, people broke their noses.
Yeah,
like
dog.
blood was shed.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, it wasn't like out of spite or out of hatred, or it wasn't like malicious.
even
at all.
targeted.
It wasn't malicious at all. It was
No,
just
no.
it was just part of hardcore. It was
Yeah.
that's just how it was. So it's not like you can have your safe space and still like be part of
Yeah.
the traditional sense of the hardcore culture.
Yeah.
I think my I wouldn't say problem. It's more of like an issue, I guess, with hardcore, or just loud music like that in general. It's just like I fuck with it heavy, it live. Like I could go to a hardcore show and I'll be like, this is fucking badass. But
Yeah.
when I listen to it like
In your car or
headphones or
something.
anywhere, I can't. It's so
interesting.
bad to me. I don't know. I just do not.
Bad?
Like it. Yeah, like if I listen to it
Live.
outside of live,
Well, probably the energy.
I think that's what I like about it.
Yeah, but that's
so
what I'm
much.
saying.
But it's just like when I listen to it in any other format, like I just cannot. Like it's just not good to me, and I don't know.
Yeah.
And I don't know why. Like, I
Yeah.
don't know why. I don't know why.
Why?
It's personal preference, I suppose. Like
That's really odd.
like I like loud rap music, but I don't like loud like
Like
hardcore like rap music.
Yeah.
I like Big Smalls. No. He's not.
I'm
that
assuming
loud.
you like just like SoundCloud trap,
SoundCloud trap. I mean, yeah.
which is funny. A lot of SoundCloud rappers started off from like bands and shit.
No,
Yeah.
and that's badass. Like I'm not saying the genre of hardcore is a shitty one. I'm
No,
just-
I know.
That's basically what you're
Yeah.
saying. though.
yeah.
Let's be real here.
Okay, fuck that. No kidding.
I fuck all those bands you were talking about earlier.
Fuck minor threat.
Holy shit.
Whoa.
Fuck agnostic front.
Minority Unit.
Right, man.
Bro, I don't know, man. It's just something like if you were in our circle of friends, it's weird. Like, do you remember getting hit the first time in the pit and not
Yes.
knowing how to feel?
Yes.
That's the best feeling ever. And then realizing, oh shit, that's normal here. and that's it. You let go of it, and it's just like it happens more and more, and it's normal.
I got laid the fuck out. Not like knocked out, but like I fell on my ass hard. Like the first time I took like a straight up like hammer fist to the face, I was like, what the fuck just happened? Why am I on the floor now? Why am I bleeding from my lip? That was awesome.
That was awesome. Yeah, the music's still going. The music's so, yeah, exactly. Bro. It's just, I don't know. It's hard to describe now. Think about it.
Yeah, I just don't like music. I think that's what it is.
You don't like music
I hate
at all?
music.
You hate noise?
I hate anything that's music, and that's
that
what
makes
it is.
sense. Makes sense.
Do you think there's anybody in the world that just like hates music?
Yes.
Oh shit, probably.
Yes.
Really?
Teachers?
I know
teachers.
people.
Like classical music still counts as music. You think they fucking hate that?
Yes. I know people who are like,
don't know.
I hate music.
That's
And
not.
I feel like part of it is like they're trying to be edgy, but part of it, like I can't think of like a single memory of them listening to music.
But it's like you need music. Like
They don't.
for like anything. Like so how the fuck they watch movies then? They just like
Oh, well, I mean, like
They just mute
just
that
because
You just
part.
cringe the whole time, like
they just fucking
twitching.
well, just because like you don't like if I don't like country music, right? That doesn't mean I can't listen to country music ever. I'd prefer not to,
Yeah.
but you know, if someone hates music, I'm sure like they can't escape it because music is everywhere. So
We
but
should
I'm sure
ask.
they'd rather not listen to it.
All right. We put a poll on Twitter. If
No,
you
no,
hate
no, no,
music,
no, no, no. I was gonna say we should ask if you're listening to this podcast,
All three of you,
all fucking two of you.
Right.
Mom.
How would you feel if you were around back in like 2008, 2009, 2007, like hardcore scene? How would you feel if that type of scene was like alive today? Would you be like, how do I put this? Like,
Would
you
still
want that? Or are you totally okay with like the new scene now? I haven't been to a show here at least in like 3 years, I want to say.
The last hardcore show I went to here was actually really, really good. The last huge rowdy as fuck hardcore show that I was at was Power Trip. That was like bananas.
That hurts because that was on my birthday, bro. I wasn't even here.
That was
They
that
played on my
was
birthday.
banana
And I wasn't
sandwich.
here.
Banana split,
BANANAS.
splits.
Yeah, that show reminded me of back in the day. back when people were just rowdy, because like there was like a lot of people that showed up for it, of course.
Oh, yeah.
And then there was like a lot of like just thrash metal people, like 30-40-year-old thrash metal people.
Get the hell out, for real?
Yeah, dude.
Damn, somebody's
people
dads were
showed
there?
the fuck up. Yeah, dude, they were like parents.
Families?
They were like parents showing up with their kids.
Hell yeah.
Dude, it was fucking rad. And like it was so fun because it was just it took me back. Like, we were all joking like before Power Trip was going on. Like they're doing the mic checks and they were about to play because like you know they're like testing out the guitars, all the
Yeah.
feedback and shit. Yeah, they're all checking.
James.
They don't get that joke.
I don't
Yeah,
get it. Yeah.
James,
I just laugh.
you're in for a chew about the
Yeah.
James story.
So give me 1 second.
All right, go.
So
All right, your second's up.
yeah, so shut up. Yeah, they were all joking around and shit. Like it was nice knowing you. It was nice knowing you.
Oh, like farewell, my friend.
Yeah, yeah. Are you
Damn.
guys ready to die? All right. See ya. It was nice knowing you.
Those were the best days.
Yeah, and
When you anticipated death.
But like nowadays, whenever I go to a show, I keep my glasses on. Like I don't like I hate like fucking with like people fucking with my glasses because like I need them to function.
Yeah.
But like I'm a big dude. I'm confident. Like no, I can dodge a punch or I can at least take it. And if they can reach my face, they're gonna hit me in the chin or some shit. So it's
Yeah.
not gonna like fuck up my glasses. Power Trip was like the first show since like high school where I had to give my glasses to someone else before they started. I was like,
Hold these. Yeah.
Damn.
so I was like ready for it. It was rowdy as fuck. We need more shows like that. But
Amen.
like they're so hard to put together. Because you need big bands to, you know, bring in crowds like that. And
Yeah.
nowadays
Interesting theory.
what's up?
I don't know. I feel like since I've been outside of Texas the most, it seems that like no one cares enough. That's what it is. It's not so much the bands.
You think?
It seems because I'm from like when I'm out of this, you should try to getting out of the state or just to RGV for a bit
Yeah.
and just
Yeah, Josh.
study the Twitter feed, and like after shows read like what the fuck you can kind of like experience the show just off of what people like are talking about.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. That's why I was like iffy about like VT. When you said VTAC, I was like, I had like a taste in the back of my throat. It's like, how do you feel about like the new scene? Seems like, how would I put this? Like, it almost seems like it's stuck between wanting the old days and then like not knowing what else to get.
Well, as far as the Twitter thing,
And you can vouch for that because you go to shows still.
Mm-hmm. As far as the Twitter thing goes, people still like, they still talk about shows. When they're at, like after shows, like, when they're done, they still like tweet about them and stuff. They're still like, "Hey, that was a good show" or whatever. It's definitely less frequent. So I know what you're saying, but like with big shows like that, with Power Trip, people were losing their minds. People were like blowing up Twitter,
seen, like,
Instagram, Facebook. They were like losing it.
I've seen people like, I never thought I'd see this for like somebody like a customer for a show.
Mm-hmm.
I've seen people like that ass say shit like, we're better off without them coming back, like shit like that. And it makes me feel like
About Power Trip?
not Power Trip, but bands of like that caliber, like up top. It's like, why do they keep coming back? Like shit like that. I'm just
Power
like,
Trip is like Power Trip is fucking, you know.
they've never been down
huge.
here from what I know.
They're huge. Well, they're supposed to be here for Galaxy Fair, but they had to cancel.
From that show. I think they had only been there like once or twice.
Yeah. Well, like they were supposed to be here for Galaxy Fair, but they ended up having to cancel. But then, like, they promised that they'd come back, and that was like the Power Trip show. That's how that happened, because like they kept their promise about coming back.
True.
Which is a huge deal because, you know, Power Trip isn't just like another local band from like Houston and Dallas. Like, shout out to them for making the trip down here and playing. But I mean, like, no offense to them, but they're not Power Trip level. Power Trip is like a Texas. They're like Texas heroes.
Yeah. I mean, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't know.
No, they're Texas heroes. They're.
I mean, yeah, like I've heard about them enough to be.
Yeah,
I
they
know
actually
their
won like a
reputation.
lot of awards. I think like they won.
A thrashy.
No, they actually won Best Metal Song for Executioner's Tax. They won Best Metal Song of
Hard.
the year. Yeah,
Congrats.
it was sick. So everyone was
yeah.
like losing their minds for that.
I mean, speaking of music, aren't you a rapper?
No.
Tito
I'm a
Epstein?
comedian.
You're a comedian?
Yeah.
You're like a comedic
Check out his
rapper?
comedy album.
Yeah.
Check out his comedy album.
I'm
Tito
doing work
Epstein
with
goes hard.
Will Smith.
Will Smith's not that funny. No, I'm kidding. He's fucking
Hey, man.
Yeah.
hilarious.
That's illegal
I make
to
the
say in some
raps. I
states.
make the hip
Right?
hops.
I'm gonna get murdered tonight for saying that. So, like, how do you
I
feel
know
about
you.
the rap scene down here, Tito Epstein?
What fucking rap scene, dog? I've been trying to see that shit.
Get into it, please.
I'm gonna be
There
super
is.
shady today. People
No,
might
be
not
it.
like it, but
No.
I mean, I'm dog. What rap scene?
There's a rap scene too.
This is our opinion.
I've seen rap scene of like cipher sessions and freestyle battles and stuff like that.
Pause. There's not a rap scene. There's a hip hop scene.
Yeah, that's what, exactly. It's like cipher sessions and freestyle battles and all that stuff, like acapella, like yo motherfucker, like that shit.
Yo, motherfucker.
Yeah, like it's not so much of a rap show where like there's a fucking venue that has like 7 or 6 fucking rappers playing. You know,
Yeah.
everybody. No,
Yeah.
I don't see that shit anymore.
We should do something
Or
like
ever.
that
Like,
though.
the
I like.
closest I think I see it is like in Austin. Right?
Yeah,
Like shows like
yeah,
that. It's like
yeah.
the closest.
Even San Antonio,
Yeah,
I
San
see
Antonio.
that,
Never
and
really-
I see rappers from here actually have to go up north,
Yeah.
a little bit up north for rap shows because I don't know what the fuck is going on over here.
What were we saying? No, you should see. I don't know. You're about to say something.
I think he said
totally
we should
talked over
throw
you.
something like that, like a
Oh,
rap
we
show.
should do something like I think if we build enough of an audience with this podcast, we can start doing things like that.
Yeah,
We can start throwing shows for different genres or just like small shows of different like mixed genres or some shit like that.
yeah. And no disrespect to any musician that's actually trying or done shows, I just don't see it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And when you say like rap scene, I think of like a healthy, active scene. That's
Yeah.
why I said that. So I mean, if you're doing like 1 or 2 shows every 3 months or so, I'm sorry, but
Yeah.
I probably don't even know about it. And 2, it's probably not consistent.
Yeah.
Because
Definitely.
if it was consistent and progressing, I'd hear about it. And other rappers would too, and we're all out here like wondering what the fuck's gonna happen.
Yeah.
So,
Well, saying that, do you feel like there could be a rap scene down here?
dog, okay. I've been believing in the Valley
Yeah.
as a growing city for years. I will fucking come here. I'll meet new people on Twitter. I'll fucking live in their houses, trying to like formulate a fucking plan to have shows and stuff, and it just always falls apart. But like, I believe the Valley can be like the next fucking big city. Like fucking,
I believe and can save the world.
yes. No, I believe in it. I believe that, dude. I've lost like 40 pounds broke trying to figure shit out down here. Like, I solely believe in the Valley's like growth and the rap community too. But it's just like,
well, do you feel like it's systematically being controlled in the sense where like someone's trying to make sure there's no rap scene, or not someone, but like people,
a villain out there?
Yeah, like
I mean,
arch
it
villain.
seems like it. It seems like the fucking first off, McAllen. The laws are completely built against live music now. Almost.
Oh yeah.
There's always obstacles. They make it to where the bar owner's making the money, door person isn't really making that much money, et cetera, et cetera.
Yeah.
There's a lot of like corruption in that sense, but it goes back to this thing that I'm talking. It's not like I have a problem with y'all's music scene down here. It's confusing. It's confusing because it seems that nobody knows what they want, but they sure as hell have the balls to put their 2 cents in everything. It's like, well, what do you want? You know what I mean? It's like, what do you want? And don't take this as offensive. It's like, what do you want so that people can know how to cater their fucking scene to you and that you're happy and content, you know?
Yeah.
And it just seems like it's a huge problem trying to fucking satisfy everybody. So
because
it's confusing.
Yeah, like I honestly don't see anyone at all trying to like actively look for like hip hop or rap artists.
It's confusing.
At all.
It's confusing.
But
literally,
they literally I think that they just want like what's big right now. And then, I mean, like,
dog, rap's
and
big.
I know, and that's why
Rap-
it's insane.
Rap's
I
huge.
think I made this. I said this in the last episode, but rap is like according to all charts and all you know, all consensus.
Yeah.
You know, rap and hip hop and R&B are like the biggest genres in the mainstream right now. Like, just completely like dominating all their genres.
Yeah.
I mean, country, rock, all that shit. Like just rap, rap and R&B just completely blow it out of the water.
Yeah, dude.
So I don't know. Like it's definitely not like rap isn't popular enough to throw shows. Like
It's just
we can if we wanted to.
Yeah, you're on the.
I mean, I guess what I'm trying to say is like big as in down here. What's the biggest down here is what people are trying to look for. You know what I mean?
What do you mean? What's the biggest?
I mean, like,
What's the
because
biggest-
rap isn't big down here, but I get that it's big nationally, right?
It's big like amongst the youngsters. Like it's big amongst like not to sound like a fucking geezer or anything. But like it's big amongst like high school kids. Like I know like all high school kids fuck with rap, but like what a high school kid's gonna throw a rap show, a hip hop show? Like I doubt it.
Right.
They're gonna throw they're just gonna like throw a house party with like, you know, music streaming off their Spotify. They're not gonna like take a
I mean,
risk.
but even then, you go to parties that like the randoms and shit. What are they fucking playing? They're playing rap.
And just rap.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You go to most parties are playing rap. I mean, unless you
Because,
go to
like-
like Plantation, it's like a fresita party. That's reggaeton.
It's
but
like they'd rather just not like take a risk is what I'm saying. Like, they'd rather not take a risk and like risk losing money or risk their reputation on a sketchy house show or something like that, and they'd rather just like play it.
I was gonna
playlist
throw a show.
from-
Remember the ranch show I was gonna throw?
Yeah, I remember
That got fucked because of weather. Well, it wasn't the actual physical weather because our phones and shit was saying it was gonna rain real bad, and obviously we were gonna rent equipment, really good equipment. Because that's another thing. If you're gonna invest in a show, you gotta fucking make sure you're going balls deep into some shit. You don't want to have a fucking shitty like PA, a small little floor fucking thing for a show. You know what I mean? Like we were about to go balls deep into shit. We got a stage and everything, and like 2 days since 2 days ago, it was telling us it was gonna rain. So I had a show lined up, and it was a multi-genre show. It had DJs, hardcore, deathcore, rap, singing, and then like we were gonna let vendors sell like shit. It was gonna be like a fucking fest basically.
That sounds cool.
That does
Yeah,
sound cool.
and Richie Heiliger was actually headlining that show, but I had like an investor, and everybody pulled out basically. So I mean, that's the one time that I failed, that I actually gave it a shot.
Mm-hmm.
But now it's just like I'm scared to try that shit ever again because it's like nobody's happy with anything, even in hardcore, even with hardcore, even with what's that shit called crust punk. Everything's falling apart. It's like, well, what the fuck do y'all want?
Yeah.
now spring break artists are just like big time now. It's like, dude,
Yeah.
people are just trying to like make shit work down here, bro. People had a problem with Post Malone coming and shit. It's like,
Yeah, did he get canceled or is he still coming?
He's
I
still
don't know.
coming.
I don't know.
Yeah,
He's still coming to Clayton's.
because I totally like have not seen that flyer like ever like
Yeah,
ever
no,
since
man,
they
it's like
posted it. I have not seen
Everybody
it.
has like, they're so like entitled to their opinion. Like, I don't want him here, and then they like try hard to like make the show not happen. It's like,
Yeah.
fuck.
That's stupid.
Yeah, man. So I don't know. If you're asking me if I like, I know that's not what you're asking, but if someone were to be like, would you like try to start a rap scene? Of course I would.
Okay.
But I would need to make sure that what I see online is not the real thing, because motherfuckers be acting childish online.
Yeah.
Ridiculously childish, ridiculously entitled. And it's like, it sounds like I sound like such a pretentious asshole. It's like, go experience a different scene. Like, get out of the valley for a bit. Go to like even just Austin. Go to there and go to like at least 2 or 3 shows and see what it's like. Yeah. Like what you're complaining about is like very minuscule. Like it's like shows are supposed to be fun and safe, obviously, but like you shouldn't have to go and cancel shows or like threaten fucking people throwing shows and shit over minuscule shit. Like,
it's weird because you always bring up like the things people say about the other artists, but I've never seen that. And like, granted, I don't like pay much attention to like social media in general. Mm-hmm. I've just never been that kind of person. That's why I don't post a lot to anything.
I'm
ever.
pretty active.
But like, even when I do try and pay attention, like I'll go to like event pages, I'll go to like artist pages and stuff, and I don't see any of that stuff.
Well, it's not so much on event pages. It's more like just random shade that gets thrown prior or after shows or during, and then it's either someone is calling someone else out that did something at the show, or you know what I mean. It's like someone's talking about the incident that I'm talking about, and then other people start like subtweeting about that. So like, I'll give you the best example. That was one of the first signs that I ever saw. It was the trash cans being thrown around. It's like people had a huge fucking problem with trash cans being thrown around at Sophie's Saloon. Motherfuckers were subtweeting this shit like nonstop, and there was like a legit like battle going on between like deathcore people and like hardcore people or like punk people. It was like a mix up in lineups for the show. So some people aren't used to it, and they were basically saying like, you're all fucking dumb for throwing trash cans. Someone can get hurt. And on top of that, you're littering. You're giving like the valley like a bad name. Shit like that. And it's like, dog, that's normal in hardcore. If your punk scene's not used to it, like chill. Nah, they made it like to the point where like,
no, even punk. Dude, honestly, even punks are like,
yeah, but they made it to the point where like Sophie's fucking chained down trash cans. Yeah. So it's like,
really?
Yeah, they had to put chains on fucking trash cans because the complaining was too much. That's that shit that I don't like, Chief Keef. Nah, but for real, this is like, I sound like such a little bitch complaining about like Valley tweets, but I just got here 3 or 4 months ago. Like, I saw that and feared shit like that because it's like I knew I was coming back to the Valley.
Yeah, like you weren't even here when this was
I
going
had
on.
plans to make shows,
Yeah.
and I'm looking at how these people are reacting to some simple shit. Like, if you don't want to get hit by trash can, maybe you should like go to the front of the show, or like maybe you should hang out in the back. No, these guys are like, motherfuckers, boom, fucking chains on trash cans. Then people start like, that turns off people that like throwing fucking trash cans. So obviously they're not going to shows anymore, and then their friends aren't going anymore. So it's like, you're fucking this whole system.
I just
up,
imagine like a fucking like Facebook page dedicated to like people who enjoy throwing trash cans at shows.
Bro, it's just like such small things.
Up in arms.
Pals.
What do you mean
That's
I can't throw any more fucking trash cans?
Right, dog. It pissed me off, bro. And
It's my religion.
I guess that's why I see it more than you do, is because I was super outside.
Yeah.
Bird's eye view of like what's going on. Oh, just strictly through my Twitter. So
I'm also not very active.
and not only that, I have a lot of friends in the scene who can like tell me they would tell me if I was like not seeing something right or if I was seeing something right.
What are friends?
Yes.
You know, the ones that they hang around.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
They look at you in the face and they're like, hi.
Okay.
It just seems that like people got kind of like shamed for doing the hardcores. and like they got scared of being hardcore, so they stopped being hardcore.
Well, you're not hardcore unless you live hardcore.
Exactly.
Thank
Let's
you,
bring it back or what?
Thank you,
We
Jack
throw a
Black.
hardcore show right now.
Let's do it.
All right, everybody, make it out. It's about to be midnight. We'll get here at 12:30.
Yeah.
Show starting right now.
Show's starting right now. We got a good lineup. We got
Yes.
we have the yes.
We have. Never
Well,
mind.
I want to hear Josh come up with names.
What
I was
is
gonna say we have Behemoth.
the fucking hardcore? I gotta think of hardcore names now.
Yes. In shades.
Right, shade ins. Let's see.
Shade in, shit out.
Fucking road yeller.
God.
I don't know.
Road rash should have been cooler.
Road
man.
rash.
Shovelhead.
Shovelhead.
Florida power violence.
Fucking
Slayer.
fucking no feet. I don't know. I like that one.
I kind of like these.
Yeah, no feet. I like that one. That's not that bad.
Road yeller.
Road yeller.
Like old yeller.
You like old yeller, but on
Road
the
yeller.
road.
I got it.
I'm fucking sweating. It's hot.
Yeah, it is hot.
You're hot.
Ooh.
Yeah.
On Valentine's Day? You
I do-
sure?
Oh yeah. I mean,
We got
technically
5 more
it's
minutes,
not.
baby.
No. We
Oh,
have 5 minutes.
it's
We got 5
Okay,
minutes.
yeah.
We
Look at
shut
the
down the
clock
cameras.
around.
I probably seem like such a dick.
Yeah, you're
Good.
an asshole.
Good. Because everybody's fucking scared to be saying shit in the scene now. I'll fucking say it if I have to. DM me what you've always wanted to say. I'll say it for you.
The thing is like
Good deal.
same with Dan.
I'll fucking say it. Who's going to do something to me?
Same
Tell
with
me.
Dan.
You
I-
going to do something?
I-
What are you gonna do? Fire me?
I really don't see it as much as you do.
Well, keep in mind, this is more of like from 1 year ago. It's softened down now because there's hardly even any fucking shows to begin
Yeah.
with. So this is from like 1 year ago, when shows were still popping off. When like
Yeah, I get you. I mean, I don't know. Maybe I was just
it's
oblivious.
just things you don't notice because I guess you go to the show and that's it. You kind of like stay off Twitter. That's
Yeah.
it. Unless you had some shit to say.
Yeah,
that's when I saw
I was
it.
very oblivious to a lot of drama like that.
Yeah,
Like,
and it's not really drama. It's just little things that I saw, and I was like, God damn it, what the fuck's going on over there? Like, what happened? You know what I mean? And then I look into it, it's like, oh, you're mad that a fucking trash can flew around you. Maybe you should fucking stand on the other side of the show.
yeah.
Maybe you should sit down at the fucking. Sophie's has what? Fucking tables and shit. Go sit by the
It's like in
tables.
the open.
How do you miss a
Yeah.
trash can? Like honestly, that shit's so fucking huge.
The
Like
craziest thing was, I think the fucking. At the end of the day, like, it wasn't even. They were talking about. They're basically saying like someone could get hurt, not like my friend got hurt. No, they were basically saying like someone could get
all
hurt.
right, calm down, ma.
I'm sure. Like,
What you want us to fucking walk around and like covered in bubble wrap because you can trip and fall and get hurt?
Yeah, it's like someone
Who
could get
put this
hurt.
floor here?
Yeah, like it's a flying trash can. So what if someone gets hurt? What if someone that doesn't
mean-
want to get hurt get hurt? Like,
I mean,
if you see trash cans flying around, you'd fucking get away, right?
Yeah, you hit the fucking deck.
also, I'm pretty sure the people throwing trash cans weren't like, I'm gonna physically hurt someone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're just like, I want to throw a fucking trash can.
They don't even
because-
think. They're just like, this riff is fucking good.
Yeah,
Come here, trash
I'm gonna
can.
Throw the trash can as hard as I can. And
Yeah.
yeah.
Spider-Man.
I'm
That's
not,
what got me mad. That's what it is. Is that at the end of the day, it was like, it wasn't even like, damn, dude, I got a cut because this fucking metal trash can. Nah, it was like, well, someone can get hurt, guys. Come on. Think about everybody else. Like, it's always been like this.
That's such like a
Yeah.
mom thing to say.
It's always been like
honestly.
this.
Yeah, I mean, I get the littering thing, but it's
Littering ain't
but
cool.
It's like,
but I mean, dude, it's,
Yeah,
it's hardcore.
Yeah.
No, time
One
out.
person
Time
would
out.
definitely be like, dog.
Yeah.
clean
yeah.
this shit
like
up.
Time
someone- Yeah.
Time out. Every single show that we went to when we were younger, what like as soon as the show was over, what would we do? We'd fucking clean up. Every single time.
We would even have the balls
We-
to tell older people to fucking clean.
We no, because we respected the venue.
Yeah.
So even if like I said earlier, shout out to Chris.
We probably sound
even
so
if
pretentious, but sorry.
no, even if my friend Chris would like, or whoever the fuck would throw like trash cans around, Chris would be the first fucking person to pick that shit back up. Like,
What's the fucking issue, man?
yeah.
If this is
It's
your
not-
first
it's not-
hardcore show, maybe you should wait. Hold your opinion until the third show so you can see, oh shit, nobody got hurt.
Yeah.
They picked up the litter issue. I was kind of like tripping up. Nah, these dudes are like on Twitter, bro.
I mean, like, maybe these people are just like designed to just cause drama somewhere. I mean,
Get the
they're-
hell out of the scene.
I mean,
you're causing a lot of
it's-
damage.
It's like
These shows aren't even around anymore because of you.
because people do that. Like that's
fucking-
If
fun
I have
is
to
that?
fucking say get out, I'll fucking do it. But people are fucking scared. Not scared, but like they don't do it.
yeah.
They're iffy.
They're iffy, and it's
yeah.
like I love hardcore. I want to go back to the old days. I want a rap community. I want to rap shows like every weekend too. Mm-hmm. I'm gonna speak it. I'm not saying y'all are scared on Twitter. Nah, it's not precisely what I mean. It's just like
it gets projected.
I have more of a drive for this because I miss that shit. Yeah. I want to be involved in that. I want to be in a band again. I want to.
So basically, what Tito is saying is he's gonna throw the best rap show ever next weekend. Make it.
Everybody gets a trash can at the door.
Right.
Let's just put it like that.
Full of trash.
Full of trash.
Full of wet, stinky trash.
I'm gonna start saving trash as of now for this show.
Wow, that's a lot.
And then nobody picks up.
Nobody.
Yeah, I'll go back to my old tweets and see who got the freaking trash cans chained up, and then I'm gonna make him pick it up.
You take a picture of everyone.
Yeah, I'll be like, you
at
get
the door.
You pick it up.
Yeah. Right.
Where is this conversation going?
I don't know. I'm fucking with you. But yeah, you guys asked what's up.
I mean,
I delivered.
I would love to see a thriving community.
Same.
And like, it's not that it's not thriving right now. It's just like it's very.
Just think about it like this, okay? We got like Dave and Buster's now. We got a big mall now.
You're pointing a knife right in my face. I'm scared.
The city is growing, guys. Why aren't our shows growing? Why isn't entertainment growing?
I mean, then again, it's also like a matter of perspective. Like, I'm pretty sure there's people that think it's growing really well. That's not us.
You're wrong. No, I'm just kidding. No, you're not wrong, but we want to show you what it could really be like.
I guess it just depends.
Wouldn't you want people to experience what it was like in the day?
Yeah, I feel like
the fun. Even the fun of just getting punched and just being like, damn.
I feel alive.
Yeah, you felt alive, dude. It was crazy. Every time we'd open up the pit, I'd start by shoving him from the back forward. I ate a fist instantly. He just, bah, and it's the best feeling ever. You get an adrenaline rush.
Every single time.
And the breakdown's heavy.
According to Tito, every single time that he'd push me to start the pit.
Every time.
I'd fucking just wail on him. I didn't even realize it until he brought it up.
And he starts by like doing this. Mm-hmm. It's the best, dude.
And then
the best.
Give me the juiciest breakdown ever. I'm moshing.
Chugga chugga.
Yep.
All the dun-duns. All the chug-chugs.
Yeah. Sounds about right. Yeah.
All the pinch harmonics. Oh, man.
Yeah. No, but yeah.
So what did you do in high school? You didn't go to any shows?
What did I do in high school?
I see.
Yeah. Honestly, yeah.
Dude, you were on the show.
Like, you were not wrong. Like, it's not that I didn't go to shows. I just wasn't conscious of like what was going on, like in as far as the scene. Like,
that's unfortunate.
Like I would go to shows and I would like get in, like not in the mosh pit, but I'd be like outside of the circle, and I get fucking like I'm skinny, right? But I used to be fucking scrawny at the time, like 110 pounds. Like I was like
what
fucking.
The fuck?
I was like
the wind would just be
like I was fucking scrawny as hell, and I remember just like getting pushed the shit out of me, like just like into groups of people behind me, and I was so like I think that's what kind of turned me off of hardcore shows like in high school. I mean, you gotta understand.
I was about to say unwillingly, I'd be kind of pissed.
Yeah, like it's like I went with friends to have fun, and I did have a lot of fun, but I kind of was a really weak person, emotionally and physically. No, I'm kidding. But very physically weak, yes. But I don't know, like...
It's okay.
It's all right, yeah, man. I mean, it's good for us to understand also the perspective of someone that's not about it.
Yeah, like...
Also, you're not emotionally weak.
Yeah, we were...
There's no... Just because you're sensitive doesn't make you weak.
No,
Josh.
I was joking about the emotional part.
No, you're a little sensitive. You're a little sensitive boy.
No,
that doesn't make you weak.
And yeah, basically in high school, like I would go to shows. I remember going to shows. That's the thing about high school. Like, it's very, like, a vague line that I remember. Like, I'll have people ask me, like, oh, you remember this one time?
No.
In, like, junior year, and, like, we fucking did this shit? And I'm like, I honestly do not, but I'm going to pretend that I kind of do.
God.
And it's, like, I guess it's mean. I don't know. But I'm just, high school was very vague.
Yeah.
Like, at my age right now.
I honestly, like... Other than the shows, I don't even fucking remember high school.
Yeah, like...
Okay, hold on. I was about to say, dude, isn't it crazy that nobody else in Sherryland basically went to shows? Like, it was just, like, us.
Yeah, it was, like...
It's not like we could run into anybody else and be like, did you go to the... It was literally, like...
It was, like...
I never thought of that.
It was, like, you and I...
And,
like, Josh, because...
Because he was in the band.
Yeah, because he was in our band. But, like, it was you and me and that guy, and then, like... Maybe like 2 other people tops.
I never thought about it like that. I never saw it like I thought it was such a normal thing, but I guess now it makes sense that I'm like, wait, no, not everybody went to these things, dude.
Yeah, you're a fucking weirdo. Both of you.
Dude, it was the shit, bro. Get hit.
I can imagine.
Mosh pit.
Like, I like getting hit now.
Nah,
it's nice. Like it's nice getting the shit kicked
It's
out
bad
of
for
you
me because
once in a while.
I don't know how to tame my anxiety for a show.
Oh, definitely.
But I'll tell you this: I'd probably feel more anxious at a show where I can't mosh or can't. It won't be like. It would probably be more socially awkward for me. I'd be like, "What the fuck do I do?" Because I want to just be like letting out my tension and all. You know what I mean?
I
don't want to
say-
like fuck someone up or offend someone or hit someone. You know what I mean? It's like
Yeah.
I also want to say shout out to like the people that I see at the shows now that do mosh, and like I see like kids.
I see your snaps.
I see kids
Hard.
that like mosh hella hard.
Hell yeah.
And like it makes me happy to see like if you can intimidate me, that's impressive because like I've taken Tito has seen me take like the worst hits. Tito has seen me like in his words become a transformer, and like just like completely like just ragdoll.
Shut down.
Damn.
Yeah, so I like if you can intimidate me, then like that's impressive. So there's like shout out to them that like actually do mosh hard.
I remember that show. Dethrone the Tyrant.
Yeah, it was Dethrone. Yeah, it was Dethrone Tyrant.
I have good
Good
memory.
memory. Yeah, it was Dethrone Tyrant and like Holy Martyr
On the
and
Nightingale,
what was the
wasn't
other
it?
one?
Was it on the Nightingale like about to do their
No,
second
it
show?
was Blues Band.
Asclepius.
Asclepius.
Fuck.
Oh fuck! You know what that reminds me of? Do you remember we were at that fucking house show, and this drunk dude, we all played, and it was back when we were in Behold the Executioner, but before you left, we were called a dying
Don't even
matter.
know. It beep.
Just beeps that
We
part
were a
out.
dying matter. And so we were like fucking. We just finished our set, and like the show was over. And this super like shit faced wasted drunk dude walks up to me and he goes, "Hey, are you the drummer for Asclepius?"
Oh my god.
And I'm like, "Nah." And he goes, "Oh, okay. Well, when you see him, tell him he's got good chops, great rhythm, and good doubles." I'm like, what the fuck does that mean?
And then he hid in a bush and left.
No, actually, he like passed out later.
Jumped over the
He-
fence.
He actually
just
died.
like disappeared.
Cops showed up for that show. It was
He
funny.
didn't die.
Nice.
And I was on the mic and I was like, "Yo, fuck the police!" And then like there was this woman cop. Remember, she's like, "Oh, we're not here for you." I was like, "Oh, fuck y'all anyways." That shit was funny as fuck.
I do remember.
I think about that now. I was like, I would fucking never do that shit. But damn, I had some balls back then.
Yeah.
Fuck y'all anyways. That shit was funny, bro.
Pre-anxiety.
Pre-anxiety,
The
dude. That was
best.
a
I remember
menace.
that. Not being anxious.
That's the. Take me back.
Yeah.
Take me
Man.
back.
I remember.
Do we want to touch on mental health for a bit?
I mean, I guess, yeah. Like,
You want to talk about it? Because I've let my demons out on every podcast. I think you have. You're kinda new to this.
Yeah, like I'm actually very new to anxiety. Like, it's been about almost a year now since I've had it.
Damn.
Yeah. And the weird thing is that the reason why I have anxiety now is because I maybe like overdosed on cocaine just a little bit.
Damn.
And the thing is that after I got out of the hospital or whatever, like I would get panic attacks. But the thing is, I had no idea this was anxiety
Yeah.
until like 6 months in, when I went to a doctor and they're like, "Oh yeah, like you have anxiety." Like that's what because I went in because like my chest would just get really tight and I couldn't move my arms and shit. I couldn't do anything. Like I remember it would hit me when I was driving like on the expressway.
Oh, I get that now.
And like, and then it get to a part where I have to like move lanes and I couldn't move my arms. So I had to like move like literally like this. Like I had to move the wheel with my arms like on the bottom of it like that.
Straight like muscle tension.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
And I went to the doctor for it and they're just like, yeah, like this is like you have anxiety. And like the first thing they did when they looked into my medical records, they're like, "Oh, you got admitted back in March of last year for a cocaine overdose." And I was like, "Yeah." They're like, "That's what it is. Like, there you go." Like that's why you have anxiety. And I don't want to say it's like PTSD, but like it's definitely like I feel weird like at random moments too. Like I can just be like hanging out with like,
I would consider it kind of like PTSD, man.
and yeah, like it's very new to me and it's very I guess unfortunate.
Yeah, because I've when I first started talking to you, it wasn't as bad, and I
Yeah.
saw it slowly get worse.
Yeah, definitely, because I didn't know what it was. And like and like there'd be times when like I'd want to hang out or like talk or something.
Yeah,
and I just wouldn't.
That's what I'm saying. It's like at first you were like very social and about it, and you're hitting that phase where it's like isolation, seclusion, and it's like,
Yeah.
dude, I've been there. And it's such a bad spot.
Yeah.
Have you found anything that kind of like softens your anxiety?
I mean, this is very cliche, but like smoking weed, it honestly really helps.
It helps. It helps a lot of people.
And it's like it's
I
not.
wouldn't know, but
Yeah, like it's not like I do it like to a tremendous amount where I need to smoke weed or I won't be anxious. But it's just like I smoke at least once a day.
Yeah.
Not a lot, but enough to be like, okay, I'm cool.
That's crazy
Like-
because smoking weed for me causes anxiety.
Yeah, I mean,
To a panic attack.
Also, I'm very selective on what I smoke. Like, I have to make sure it's an indica. Because it's a sativa, I have a very likely higher chance to get a panic attack.
Dude.
Because it's a head high.
Yeah.
And that's a no-no for me. That's why I don't fuck with edibles or anything like that. Because it's a very head high. And I cannot...
Bad.
cannot
The
fuck-
mind is a scary place, dude.
I cannot function with that shit, like, at all.
Right?
Right.
Right.
Look at me! But,
Damn, dude.
But yeah, dude, anxiety is kind of shitty.
Does it make you kind of feel not better, but like, does it kind of help when somebody that you never expected had anxiety tells you that they had it?
Yeah, I mean, like I said, like 6 months in, I didn't know what the fuck this was, and I had people telling me it could be anxiety.
Yeah.
Like friends, like close friends of mine. I'm just like, I don't think so, because like you got to keep in mind, I've never had this, ever. Like,
Well, I'll tell you one thing. I posted a poll on my Twitter today. It's kind of like better that you didn't know what the fuck it was and have a professional tell you, because I was asking people what's worse.
Yeah.
Like people who self-diagnose, self-medicate, or like both.
yeah,
And I've seen people who they tell me, and this is because I kind of like looked into psychology more and more since I got anxiety. So like I kind of know more or less a lot about disorders, mental disorders. So like when someone's telling me symptoms and shit, I'll kind of like know what the fuck it can fall into.
Yeah.
But these people would just like self-diagnose themselves the complete opposite and then self-medicate the wrong thing.
yeah,
And I feel like that could have been a bad path for
Yeah.
you, especially since your
yeah.
body had
and-
that trauma
yeah.
from overdosing.
And like I'm actually prescribed some like anxiety medication, but I just don't take it.
I wouldn't do it.
Yeah, I honestly don't take it. Like I've only taken it like 4 times out of the 30 pills that I have.
Yeah.
Because like I just couldn't handle it. Like I think basically like a month after I got told it was anxiety, like
Yeah.
there were I had episodes where like I just physically I could not move.
Yeah, it's like that. At first, when you find out what it is and
Yeah.
kind of like research into it,
Yeah.
it's fucking scary as shit. You feel like you're going crazy. You
Yeah.
feel like nobody knows what you're talking about.
Yeah. And like
It's
it's
the
just,
worst.
and since I have a heart murmur, it's like it's more intense for me, you know.
I bet.
Yeah, because I basically like made the hole a little like bigger, I guess you
Yeah.
could say. So like when I have a panic attack, I can feel literal blood like shooting out of this hole.
Damn.
But it's like that's not actually what's happening. It's just my
Yeah.
brain telling me like,
Yeah, exactly.
like this was what could happen.
Yeah.
You know, and I'm just like I freak out even more.
I always,
you know
when
what
I have a
mean?
panic attack, I'm always like, that's it. I'm going to die from a fucking heart attack
Yeah.
right now.
Yeah.
And I'm like freaking out even more, but
Yeah.
it's crazy. The mind's fucking powerful, man.
Yeah, and like recently I had just finally went public about it because like I've been holding on to this for like a year. Like I literally told nobody, not even my mom or my dad. Like the only people that knew were my roommates and my brother and sister. Those were the only people that knew for like a year.
Damn.
So like finally letting it out was like so great. Like,
Yeah.
and like it wasn't like a plead for like help or,
Right.
or like pity or anything like that. I mean, like help is very much appreciated. Like I love when people talk to me like to help me out and shit. But it's like it wasn't for like that reason. It was just like, holy shit, I went through something I hope none of you have to go through. Like I almost died. Like
Yeah.
I just remember laying in bed and then my heart just like pushed me up. And then it was beating so like, after it did that, like it was like it basically made that noise in physical
shit.
form, and then it just started beating so fast that I couldn't even feel it beating. Yeah,
Fucked.
yeah.
That's crazy. You? Anything on mental health?
I mean, I mentioned in the first podcast that like, hey, it's my turn now. Okay. I was just kidding. I mentioned in the first podcast that I struggle with depression, but like it's too hard for me to talk about. So I stand by that, and I prefer not to talk about my depression because I don't know how to like
Vocalize
I don't
it.
know. Well, I mean, I know how to vocalize it, but like I have such a hard time with it that like I end up not being able to like keep my composure, or like I'll dip back into it and like I'll get back into like a place that I don't want to be.
Yeah.
So like,
I respect that because sometimes I'll hold back from going too deep into like, explaining my anxiety because then I'll literally be in a panic attack right there.
Like talking about it right now, just like got me real,
same.
Like,
I got real tense. Same.
and that's also why I didn't want to like interrupt you guys at all because and like I didn't want to say anything because I feel like it's like healthy for you guys to like talk about it amongst yourselves since you guys struggle with it so much. But like I have a hard time finding someone that like struggles with the level of depression that I struggle with.
True. Damn, bro.
Yeah.
I have another friend like that, and sometimes it scares me because he really leans towards communicating a lot about suicide. But it's like I don't know how to. I don't want to approach him head on because I mean he doesn't want to, right? You're just he's gonna build a wall that's even tougher, and it'll turn into like aggression, or like he'll just flat out cut me out. So depression is more tedious than anxiety, in my opinion.
Yeah.
But fuck, man.
Yeah, that's. I feel like I have to like apologize to like family and friends that I cut off, not because like they did anything wrong, but like they'll ask what's wrong with me. Like they'll ask like if there's any like if I need any help, and like in my mind I want to say yes, like help me, but I just like push them away because like it's either like I don't want to be a burden, or like it doesn't fucking matter, or like they don't really care, or like I'll just tell myself all these things, and like rather than actually trying to was that your stomach? Oh my, I heard it through the headphones. Rather than like seek help, I just sink back into it. Like I don't know how to explain it. It's just like I know I need help, but it's like. I have an anxiety in and of itself in my depression. Yeah. Like to seek out help. Like I've told Tito about this before. Like he was telling me about antidepressants and
I wouldn't recommend them.
and anxiety medication and stuff. And he was like, I told him about my depression, and he recommended that I seek help, and I try it out. And I was like, I can't. Like I physically cannot. I won't, like my mind won't let my body like take it. I don't want to like become reliant on it. I don't want to like get addicted. I don't want to feel the way they make you feel. Yeah. I don't want to like just be on autopilot taking medication all the time. So like I'd rather just not.
Right.
I'd rather seek professional help, but I'm too scared to. I can't. I'm too scared to take medication. Like, well, I'm too scared to burden my friends with.
If I can step in for a bit,
how can you step in, Tito? You're sitting down.
Nah, I was gonna say, bro.
Prove me wrong.
Now that I've like, bro, I've been even considering like quitting music to study psychology. That's how much I'm into it now. But if I can say something real quick to you, it'd be pills. I tried benzos. Benzodiazepine, whatever the fuck they're called. They worked good for me, and then my new doctor didn't want to give me benzos ever again because they're really addictive. Benzos are Xanax, Valium, etc. Okay, so like I functioned perfectly on benzos for a whole minute in Florida, and I'm talking about I became agoraphobic, which is like the most intense style of anxiety where like you're homebound. Yeah. I was roombound. I didn't want to leave my room for shit. It was my safe zone. But I'm just saying pills work for like a certain amount of people, but I would just instead of don't paint this picture of getting help as strictly meds.
Oh yeah,
therapy is so good for you. Even if you're healthy as shit, I recommend you go to therapy, bro. Like, of course. Talking is the best form of fucking therapy.
And that's what I was saying. Like, I know I need like professional help. I know I need like professional help, like therapy or whatever. like I need to speak to a therapist or a psychologist or something, but like I'm just too scared to do it. I'm just like, I just hold myself back.
Right. Well, I mean, if you ever need somebody to go with you, I'll definitely go with you. It's the same shit. I've had people in my DMs recently actually like ask me about stuff about anxiety and stuff, but I always offer like, dude, if you're like scared of what's gonna happen, I'll gladly go with you guys, because I found actual help in talking and just therapy, talking this therapy.
Yeah.
Super helpful, a lot helpful for the mind. You just leave feeling like hopeful. That's more than anything, you feel hopeful, and that's like the best feeling ever.
You know they're there to help you.
Yeah, that's the best feeling ever. Because like with my anxiety, like I will go down spirals, bro. Like I've hit you up, I'm like, I am crazy for sure, crazy, right? And you're like, no, man, like chill. I'm like, no, man. I'll believe my anxieties basically. And once I leave a therapy session, I'm like, damn, I was on some shit. Let's leave that in the past. Let's work for a better fucking tomorrow, et cetera, et cetera. But like, I highly recommend to anybody out there. It's like kind of like in the same rut, like just consider it. And if you need somebody to go to, reach out to your most favorite, trustworthy person. It's going to change your life, and there's always hope.
But like, I also feel like it's hard for me to talk to people. And it's hard for me, like even now, I'm like so like hesitant to talk about things. Yeah, that like how do I explain this? Like, I feel like people won't understand what I'm saying or what I'm going through. Like when I say that I'm too scared to talk to a therapist or a psychologist or seek professional help, I feel like people are gonna be like, well, what the fuck? Like, don't complain about it. Or like, or like, what the fuck? Like, quit being a pussy. But like, it's really like they just don't understand. Like, it's not like I'm actively being like, no, I'm not gonna go get fucking help. Like, I can do this on my own. Like, I know that I need help and I want it, but like my mind's just like holding me back. It's so hard. It's so hard to explain.
I feel you, man.
I feel like people won't understand, and people like. To be honest, people don't understand. Like,
they really don't.
If you listen, like, dude, I love my mom to death, but like, she just doesn't understand, like, what the fuck. And like, she doesn't understand anything about depression because, in her mind, she like it's not real. Like, for example,
that's a big problem with a lot of parents, actually.
So, for example, my mom, I had like a super bad breakdown, like. It was like the week of my graduation from college, and we were in a hotel, and I was gonna be moving into a new apartment, and I don't know what the fuck like prompted it, but like I was just already like on edge the entire time we were there.
It's probably the stress.
Yeah, and so I forgot what like how it started, but I just like top of my lungs yelling and crying, and like I didn't know who I was, but like it had been building inside me for like the longest fucking time, and it got to the point where like my mom was yelling at me and I was yelling back, but I wasn't like fuck you, mom. I wasn't like saying anything like that. I was like legit telling her like, mom, you don't understand. Like every single day of my life for the past like 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, I don't even know how many fucking years. Every single day. I've like thought about killing myself every single fucking day. And there have been days, weeks, months, whole seasons where like not like a second would go by where I'm just like, I need to die right now. Like I don't deserve to live. I don't want to live. And like she like in her mind, I was just being dramatic. In her mind, I was just being a drama queen in her words. Mm-hmm. In her words, it was like, I understand that you're upset, but you can't just get like this every time you have a bad relationship.
Oh my Lord. Oof. Jesus.
So I was like, I don't think you heard what I just fucking said.
Right, yeah.
Yeah. It was basically like
I'd post up to him. I'd be like, fuck's up.
It was basically like me. Like, dude, it was bad. It was like
I could imagine.
It was like tears, snot, drool, like sweat.
I was racing heart, I bet.
Yeah, like veins popping out. Like I couldn't breathe.
Yeah.
I was wheezing. I was like about to throw up. I was about to pass out, and I was like you don't understand, Mom. I need. It was basically me like
A cry for help,
crying out for help.
Yeah, of course.
And rather than her being like, "Oh shit, this is a real problem," she was just dismissing it all as like, "Oh, he's gonna get over it. This is just like him being
an episode or something." Yeah, no, man. Okay, like I went through that a lot actually. My dad was the same way, and I don't take kindly to not even trying to like boast, not even trying to make this seem cool. Like if you're gonna disregard what I'm going through and then taunt me or mock me, I'm fucking fighting you. Like me and my dad got into like physical like fights and shit because he wouldn't believe me, and I'm like, dog, let's go right now then. Like the fuck, like you want me to show you how like upset I am about this? Let's do it. Yeah. But wouldn't recommend that. Yeah. What took like basically here's what it is. Like even when you're recovering, people are gonna try to like not try like that's a motive, but like people will either accidentally or jokingly or something though. Like for me, when I was agoraphobic and I started going out there, like, oh, what happened to your anxiety? You're at the bar now, like, you know what I mean? Yeah. Shit like that. Like, it's you gotta come to terms with yourself that other people are just, they don't have a say when it comes to your mind, and nothing that they say will ever cure you. It could make you fucking feel worse, which is not what you need right now. But what you need to do is just basically, or what I would suggest, not like here's this fucking plan to cure yourself, but like, I said cure, not kill. Like, you gotta like self-reflect and just tell yourself it's time. It's time to try to heal, to start healing, you know? Because that's what I had to do. I let a lot of outside perspectives get to me. I had an ex of mine. She always wanted to go out with me, like out. And she picked the worst time to be in my life, which is when I was agoraphobic. Like she just wanted to go out like to malls and shit. And I couldn't. Towards the end of our relationship, she started mocking me like, well, I can't be with someone who doesn't want to go out to dance and shit like that. Made me feel like I was useless, dog. Yeah. And just examples of like people kind of come and go, and the true ones will stick around. And it's like, am I like exhaling too much in my mic?
No.
Oh, okay.
I'm mine and turning down mine and stuff.
You gotta come to a self-realization of like, this has gone on for too long, like for yourself, and it's not a weakness. It's to anybody actually, not just Daniel. You gotta tell yourself it's time to heal. It's time to get better. It's time to let go of this darkness, like this pain. For me, anxiety is painful, bro. So if you're gonna fucking tell me like, oh, I thought you were anxious. Yeah. Post up, bro. Right now, right here. I don't like that shit. And you should never feel entitled to speak in on someone else's battles, you know? Mm. So like even the toughest people I always picture the toughest people have been through the worst. So it's like, you know, like you gotta like picture yourself as a tough person and say, you know what? I will fucking give myself whatever it takes to start getting better right now and just devote to it. And I fucking promise you, dude, you're gonna feel like a brand new person, bro. That's how I started feeling. Like that's why I love like, and another thing is helping others makes you feel a lot more better also. It starts it's just, I don't know, man. The mind's fucking very like tedious. So you gotta like also block out the people that aren't helping you, whether it's family or not, because a lot of my family was super fucking toxic to me. Yeah.
But like, how do you block out your mom? You know, like you can't really
not block her, like block her phone and like not talk. I mean, like block out like whenever they think that they know what's up with you, just kind of like be like, yeah, you're right. I was this is an episode, whatever satisfies them and gets them away faster and back to you. Just stick to it, because it's time to like to just let go of that. Nobody wants to go through that. I feel pain when my friends are. When you tell me when you tell me I can't come over or I don't want to drive alone, it hurts me, because it's like I've been there and I'm still kind of there. Like we shouldn't be going through this.
Yeah, that's such a young age too. Like I mean, I get mine.
You're telling me, bro. Yeah, I'm 7 years. My whole youth.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like
slipped through my fucking hands. Like, and I'm 23, which I'm still young, but like my real youth slipped right through my hands.
Like I get why I'm anxious, because of a mistake I made. you know, but like it's like damn that you have to go through that, you know, like that's shitty, and
Bro.
that sucks, you know, that just
Yeah,
that just
and it's
sucks.
like since you go through it also, wouldn't you feel better if I told you, dude, I feel a lot better now? You know what I mean? Like I went to therapy.
I definitely would. Yeah.
Exactly. So it's like this is why I solely believe in like destigmatize dirty mental health. Talk about it openly, whether it's really really hard. Like we're all trying to like fight for a better day, where it's like it's okay to talk about it, dude. Like I'll help you as much as I can, and then you help me when I need it.
There's always those shitty days. Like,
100%.
Man. I think the worst I've seen, like, because I don't think I've ever had, like, what you guys were mentioning, like people you know, like, telling you, like, oh, no, you're just...
I would get mine. I've had girlfriends and stuff, like, basically make you feel useless.
Yeah.
Your manhood, out.
Yeah.
I can't sustain a job. You know how many times they're like, oh, am I going to have to buy you something? Like, shit like that. I'm just like, all right.
Like, I've never had to go through that, but I think the worst I think I've seen was... I don't know if you ever had, like, I guess an episode around Friends, but like a really manual, like a really small one, you know, like a one where like you
like
just
an
need,
anger
like
episode?
you just need like not anger, but like anxiety.
Oh,
and you just like need like 5 minutes for no one to tell you or talk to you. You just need to sit there.
It happens to me all the time.
Like I think
I'm very escape mode. I'll escape and like
I think that's like
find my way
the
home.
worst I've seen was like people were like, what's wrong? Like, and I'll be like, I need like 5 minutes to just sit here in this car and you not speak to me.
I have been there
right now. And they just do not give a shit. They're like, hey, but like, you know, like,
why are you being so
weird?
weird?
You know,
was it
like,
something I did?
And it's like, I get that I'm a funny guy and I like to be funny. And like,
oh, you are? I didn't notice.
You're a fun guy.
just
Mushroom
dab.
jokes.
Like, I like to think I'm a really fun and funny guy, right? And, but like, there's just moment, like, it doesn't happen often. And it like, but it's happened enough to where I can say where like I hate when people fucking do that. And when like they just would not listen to you, like no matter what, like you're like, dude, give me 5 fucking minutes.
They do it because they're also not.
Yeah, they
don't even know.
Yeah, that's true.
Because of the stigma, they probably just like what they perceive as anxiety and shit. It's probably like it's crazy or some shit like that.
I get even if they're trying to be helpful and like tell me nice things, like I'm just like I don't want to hear it right now. Like, I don't care. Like
I think like the most I would say, just because like I understand that, I think the most I'd say would be like, you say like just give me 5 minutes like for myself, just don't talk to me. I'd be like, all right, cool, I'm here if you need me, and just 5 minutes of just silence. That's all. 10 minutes.
I mean, don't do it if Josh is telling you just leave me alone. He's like got a gun on him or some shit. Don't leave.
Then I'd be like,
oh no,
or leave and call somebody. But
I would not leave. I'd be like,
knife in your hand.
I'd be like, fucking Navy SEAL, like this,
right?
Just fucking like anime, like disassemble the gun without even like moving.
Like,
oh my move.
Yeah, I think that's like the worst I've seen. Like as far as what I've had, because like even when I told everybody, like my super fucking like now I want to say conservative father, but I basically told my dad, and he hasn't exactly been the nicest person in the world, but he understood because he was an alcoholic, and not that it's the same thing, but it's like
it was like a basis for you guys.
And like, dude, like that fucking day at Chili's, we were crying for like a good hour.
It's probably a beautiful moment.
It was. It felt really good. Like
you probably cherish really that forever.
Good, yeah.
I'm glad that you guys had
lucky.
that moment.
Yeah, like
I wish I could have that kind of moment with my parents.
And it's like same with my mom. Like we were at some like barbecue place.
Oh, you love talking about it at restaurants?
Yeah. Like it had to be in public. Like it couldn't be in private. Like I don't know. Like it was just kind of like they knew what the fuck was going on, right?
Yeah.
Like it's already been to the point where they're like they saw or they're seeing what's going on.
Yeah.
You know?
Shit. Well, hopefully we fight harder, boys, followers and fans of the show. If you're watching this, hopefully you can kind of like join the fight. Nah, not join the fight, but like we're all fighting for a better unstigmatized world.
Tomorrow.
Yeah, better tomorrow. Like real shit, man.
Yeah,
like just today there was a fucking school shooting, dog.
Yeah.
A big one. Like, dog, we need to just heal and just not hurt ourselves anymore, bro. We're hurting. Definitely. It's time to heal. It's 2018, boys.
Yeah, we're drinking water, telling our homies we love them.
Yeah, literally.
2018.
Yeah.
Why it took this long, we don't know, but
Just roll with it.
this is a good year.
Yeah,
This
it's
is
a good year.
This
It's
has
one-
definitely been a good year.
Yeah.
So far, it's been pretty good on my end.
Yeah.
Hey, good year. Now we should talk about the rest of the guests.
Yeah.
Speaking
That's
of good year.
Speaking of good years.
And hopefully wrap it up because I'm sweating.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah,
How
we've
long
been-
has it been?
we've been.
It's probably been like almost 2 hours, I want to
Almost
say.
2
yeah, this
hours,
is probably going to be like the longest
the
episode.
longest episode. Yeah.
Sorry.
No. I'm glad that we took this time to like, address a really serious issue and like ignored the time restraints and just like let loose with it, because I feel like that's something that we should be more open about.
Encourage.
Yeah, we should encourage like an open conversation about these sort of issues.
Yeah. And I want to say something about the last episode was I was talking over you guys
Branches.
a lot. Branches. I was talking over you guys a lot.
Shout out to Branches.
I was talking over them a lot because I was anxious. And there was more people. We had like random people
Yeah,
in the
like
studio.
7 people.
When
There's,
we-
like,
yeah,
seven.
I was
okay.
anxious, and it's my house, and I was trying to be like a good host and
When
like
we-
keep the podcast going, and I'm just like talking over you guys, but it's the anxiety, man. I'm sorry.
When we said that we had a studio audience, we were not fucking kidding.
Yeah.
It was the three of us all huddled together over on that desk, and then there was Marty here and like 3 other people, right?
It's like about 7 people in here.
Yeah, and I had to make sure that like they were doing their thing, and like I had to make sure nobody was bored and
Running
got up and
Scarface in the
left or something
background.
and sacrificed our audio. So I was
Yeah.
like very like
Yeah.
like, I was
And then
super
Sonic
anxious.
came
and then
in.
talking over you guys. Yeah, my
Everybody-
dog was scratching the door.
Everybody was a team player.
All right, let's get to this motherfucking season.
Yeah.
Well,
Season 1, what's it look like, Joshua?
Well, I'm not gonna say in what order these people are gonna come. It's for the surprise, like a
Straight.
little suspense, but definitely.
And some of these are still like in the works.
yeah, definitely.
Yeah. So these aren't like 100% confirmed, but we are in talks with a lot of these people.
Definitely. So hopefully we'll get to Harry Shorts what was his name?
Andrew.
Andrew gets back from Georgia.
Yeah.
Right.
Georgia.
And then next week hopefully we'll get the Happy Merch Company, which I mentioned earlier,
Check,
and then we'll get In Shades.
check.
Right. And
These
then-
are all confirmed.
These are all confirmed. Yeah. And then we'll get Laser Hog
Hey,
Hard.
Shout out to Laserhog.
and Dezora. Yeah.
Hard. I've seen you play.
Yeah, and the potential in the airs are Glare, right?
Yeah, I messaged.
Yeah, we're in talks with them.
We're
Right?
in
They're
talks
down.
with them. The Grind Coffee, we're still in talks with them as
Hey.
well. Yeah,
Yes. Hopefully we can do it there.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
That'd be
Before,
really
like 4
cool.
hours
Like-
or after hours.
even
the
with
scenery.
even with people there,
Even with,
Yeah.
yeah. But just
They can be part of it.
create an
Yeah.
create an ambiance.
You over there.
right? Everybody, come here.
What you think?
It becomes the like Eric Andre episode.
Right, right, and Ruben Farias.
Okay.
Yeah,
Now who's that?
he's actually a local artist, and he's a 1-man show, and he's actually really good. And
Okay.
I don't even know how long he's been around. He's been around like for a long time. Like, he's a good man.
Heard his name, but I was asking you to say more because it's just a random name.
Yeah, definitely.
You have
You
to let the people know.
Who else is 1-man show that we never fucking talk about?
Who?
Daikon.
Oh, you want to drop that now and then wrap it up?
No, we gotta wrap it up now because it's already been like 2 hours, I think.
It's a teaser.
Tune
Right.
in.
It's been a teaser
we
for-
keep gassing this up, man.
Yeah.
It's been a
It's gonna
teaser
happen.
since like episode 1.
It's gonna happen.
It's gonna happen sooner or later, but
Yeah. So
for now,
that's something for all
let's-
of us to look forward to. That'd
let's
be-
unstigmatize mental health, please. Share this if you agree.
Yeah, definitely. And hope to see you next week, everybody. Right?
Oh wait, drop our handles and stuff.
Social media boys, where do we catch y'all?
Social media. Go for it, Dad.
On Twitter at SynthLord_ for the personal, and then for the Daikon, it's I believe it's just at Daikon Official.
Hard.
For my Instagram, I believe it's YoungBase69,
Hard.
and my Twitter is Josh the Joshi. Yeah.
Nice. You can catch me anywhere with Tito_obscene. Add me on Steam. Add me on PSN. You can
We
get it.
just
You can
asked
get
for your
it.
Twitter.
Oh, I'm
Right.
just
Social media.
I'm throwing it out there, man.
Nah, go for
It's
it.
the same at anywhere.
She hit me on the PS4.
You want my address too? You want my phone number?
Hit me up
My
on
social.
Omegle.
What's my social? Yeah.
All right, well, thanks for sticking around for this really long podcast. Sorry if I sounded like a dick, but I am one.
This is true. This is very true. Anyway,
Good night.
good night, guys.
Peace.
What did you say last time? I love you.
Bye, I love you.